Hey, what's going on? Dave Murphy here, Imaging USA 2022. I'm with Smallrig product consultant William Hahn over here at the B&H booth, right? We're talking about what the Smallrig is and what it can do for you and your camera equipment. I've been very interested in the Smallrig myself personally, but kind of let our audience who may not know what Smallrig is about, what it is exactly.
Biggest thing Smallrig is camera rigging, right? We can see here in this kit, this is the kit for the Sony a7 IV. What we're making here is the cage that goes on the camera, and then all the accessories we see around it. The matte box, the follow focus, the side handle, the top handle, the monitor mount. That's our main focus, right? That's especially in the camera world, that's really where we're concentrating. Outside of that, in the mobile world, we have similar kits in the mobile sphere. Obviously, this is a general mobile kit here. We have a universal cage for mobile phones, a light, a microphone, side handles, mini tripod. So that's the basic type rigging. That's what I mean by a rig. You're building out your equipment for shooting. Now, Smallrig's much more than that, and we've been growing a lot with that. So now we're growing into RGB lights, little LEDs. This is one of our mini LEDs that has multiple functions, built-in effects, tons of different options, right? Hue, saturation, and intensity, RGB, all built in here. And I really like this direction from Smallrig because they're growing from just the CNC metal parts. This is a complex thing to make and a complex part to make. And especially for the price and the quality, the Smallrig stuff is really hard to beat. So that's what's awesome on the new stuff. On top of that, our sub-brands some more geared towards vloggers, Gen Z, content creators. This is the USB mic for miking, live streaming. This is something you would be using. So that's really what we've been seeing in the last year. The big release, I'd say, is the mini matte box and the matte box. That was a huge release when that was debuted because obviously a long time customers have been asking us, when are we going to do a matte box? So finally, that's the big thing. And we're going to have some much bigger releases here in about a month. Unfortunately, I can't talk about them on camera right now, but there are going to be some big, hard-hitting releases that are going to really be disruptive. So I hope you look forward to that.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, when I was doing research on Smallrig, one of the things I saw, compared to obviously all the other rig competitors, was again the build quality of what you provide. It's very slim, very form-fitting. I've got the Canon R5, of course. I know you make Smallrig for that, so definitely eager to kind of get into it. What would you tell the person who may be hesitating to kind of make the jump and leap into Smallrig? What can you say, what's the biggest thing, you can tell someone who might be curious about it but is afraid to jump on the Smallrig bandwagon? So you got to get into this right now.
Biggest thing is just start with a cage, right? Cage out your camera. Because once you cage out your camera, you can work in other accessories. You can work in your top handle, your side handle, your base plate, your matte box, but you got to start with that cage. Without the cage, you can't really go far, right? The nice thing about Smallrig is you can buy it in single individual pieces. You can buy the cage once, you can buy the handle, you can buy it group, or now we have kits. So you can buy an R5 kit, you can buy the kit for the a7 IV. So there's multiple different purchasing options now, which is really helpful. But if you really just needed one part from Smallrig to get started, to see the quality, start with the cage. Build it out from there. Build what you need. So Smallrig is all about making shooting easier for the shooter.
No, that's great, and that's obviously evident in terms of just this, obviously, increasing the ease of use for the user and making those quality of life things that you would hope would come from the actual manufacturer themselves, but obviously don't. So gives you the opportunity to kind of jump in there and take advantage of that. You've shown me some really cool things, like this light is pretty neat, and some of the other things you're doing with Smallrig. Is there sort of is Smallrig trying to be something larger than obviously just rigs and equipment? Do you see potential for, I don't know, even camera equipment later on down the road? Is that could be something?
Unfortunately, I don't have anything to tease in that range. Cameras is a jump. That's a big jump to be in a camera manufacturer and to break into that sphere. But definitely larger, way more complex accessories. Again, I can't say very much. But something incredibly big is coming, It's going to be very competitive in the marketplace, especially price, especially quality, and what it's going to provide for the user. It's something I'm really excited about. I've been using them for a few weeks now in professional sets. Been really happy with everything. So that's coming. Look for it on February 15th for the international release.
That's great. And where would they see, like, are they going to see YouTube videos about this product, or how are they going to find out about it on February 15th? Just go to smallrig.com, or?
Yeah, Smallrig social media too, Instagram, Facebook. Join the products community on Facebook, learning how people, your colleagues are rigging out their cameras. Everyone's posting about, hey, this is what I did with my rig today. Seeing how far they can push these rigs, and that's the great thing about the products community. We also have dream rigs. So if there is something that you think would be great for cameras, right? But we don't make it. You need this really specific component, and you think it'd be great. Well, you can partner with a dream rig designer and come up with that product, and then Smallrig will actually manufacture it.
Wow, that's great. Have you seen, or are there any evidence of Smallrig products being used on like production sets and whatnot? What are some programs that have used Smallrig equipment?
It's tough to name big level programs that are using this, but it's out there. Okay. I shoot in LA. I've award-winning films, and I've been on the commercial sets where you see the Smallrig gear. A lot of the rigging stuff, but it's going on big cameras. It's going on the Reds. It's going on the Sony FS7s, FX9s, all that big stuff. Especially docks. We're using a lot of the rigging components. I'm on a Blackmagic Ursa Mini Pro G2. I've got my whole thing rigged out. So the quality is there, the level is there, and it's breaking into that sphere, which is great to see.
Well, that's great to see it out there and being used in production use, because that's definitely just makes people feel reassured, right? This is professional quality equipment. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Definitely give us a try. Come to a trade show, feel the products, come feel the quality. We have over 700 different products right now. So obviously there's going to be one that's right for you.
At least one. At least one.
At least one, hopefully many. Everything from monitor mounts to lights to matte boxes to follow focuses, cages, everything in between, we have it. The new sub-brands, some more geared toward content creators. There's going to be something for you.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for giving me the tour of a little bit what's going on with Smallrig. Appreciate it. Go to smallrig.com for all the latest, greatest stuff and find out more about what they're producing. So thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Thanks for stopping by.
All right.